Hey everyone, Anthony Scott here at ToyHypeUSA.com. Today I am taking a look at Playmates Toys' newly released Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2003 Classic Turtle Figure 4-Pack, which are reissues from the 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toy line that many of you saw back in the day, over 21 years ago. Special shout out and thank you to Playmates Toys for sending this set along for review. It's greatly appreciated. This comes packaged in the standard white mailer here, which includes the green logo and text on the front here, nothing on the sides, and it's the same thing on the other side here. Here we have a look at the packaging for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles inspired from the 2003 line. What I particularly love about this, these are great homage to what's been offered 21 years ago, and it has the 40th anniversary logo right there on the upper left. Nicely done artwork on the blister card, the 2003 logo here, and you see which of the turtles are inside the packaging. It has their names right there along with their head. On the back, it also has another image of the character, which in this case is Michelangelo, and you have a look at complete set there. There is also a bio. Here is a look at Michelangelo. For Leonardo, same feature, and here is a closer look at his bio. Donatello and Raphael are next. Here is a look at the back, and here's a look at Raphael's bio. Bring this in closer for you guys. Donatello, and here is a closer look at his bio. So what I'm going to do now is take these figures out of the package and let's take a closer look. Here are your in-hand looks at the 2003 Turtles figures from Playmates Toys. These are the exact same figures that were released over 20 years ago. And what I'm noticing, as I've never had these before, back in 2003, I was not buying Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figures. So this is the first time for me. What I am noticing is that Leonardo and Raphael have the same legs, and Donatello and Michelangelo do as well. These are limited articulation, so think 80s, 90s articulation. These are not the type of articulation that we got in the 2012 Turtles line. So these are a bit stepping back from the brand, as these were released in 2003, that they didn't update the articulation until many years later. So that is why they have limited articulation. I am, however, thrilled to have these in hand, and they do look great. I think they pay great likeness to the cartoon, and these are definitely fun to display and pose. Here is a look at one of the sides of the turtles. As I said, you really have to be careful as you pose these because the legs only have a swivel hinge joint at the hips, and they don't have knee or ankle articulations, so they can only be posed one way. Here is a look at the other side. Here is a look at the back of the turtles. Leonardo has the sheaths for the swords to be placed into, and he has a strap around his torso. Michelangelo can hold his nunchucks on his back shell there, and Raphael can hold his sais over on his sides. There are some holsters for those. Donatello cannot hold his bow staff on his back, and that's because that is sculpted closed, which I find a little bit surprising, but that's how they designed him apparently. Here is a look at Leonardo's throwing stars. These have the yin-yang logos on the front and back. Here is a look at Leonardo's katanas. These have a metallic silver blades and a brown handle, and again, these can be placed inside the sheath. The plastic for the blades is extra bendy, so do be aware of that. Just be extra careful where you store it, things like that, as they could permanently bend. I don't want to see that happen to you guys. Here is another pose with the katanas. Leonardo also comes with 2 suction cup grips that he can hold. Here is a look at one of the sides. All you need to do is wet it a little bit and put it on some glass. Here is one final pose with the suction cup grips. For the articulation, it's the same on all 4 figures, so I'm only going to show you guys Leonardo here. This includes a swivel head, full range of motion here, swivel hinged shoulders, swivel elbows, swivel wrists, and as I said earlier, swivel hinged hips. So just be aware that that's the only point of articulation in the knees, and you do need to pose them a certain way so that he can stand. Here's a look at Michelangelo holding his ninja or throwing stars, whichever you prefer to call them. On the back, here are the nunchucks in the holster there, and here is the other side of the ninja stars. Here's a look at the nunchucks. These are given brown handles with a white wrapping around them. And there's also a plastic, metallic, silver chain link there. Here is one more pose. Here is a look at Michelangelo's climbing box. I attached the hook to some string, and here's your look at that. Here is another pose with the climbing box. You can attach the hook to a number of different surfaces or something, but this is just an example. Here is a look at Donatello holding the ninja stars. Up next is Donatello's bow staff, which is made of soft plastic and painted in brown with a white wrapping around the center. Here we have another pose. As I said earlier on in the video, the bow staff cannot be placed on his back, and that is because it was sculpted closed for whatever reason. And here is a look at the sword and the axe attached to the bow staff, which I find pretty cool. Here is a closer look at the double-bladed axe, given metallic silver on the blade, black with a white wrapping around it. It is also a soft plastic. Here is a closer look at the sword, same deal as the axe, and it's also made of soft plastic. Donatello can also hold the sword and the axe at the handles there, which is pretty neat, and here's a closer look at that. Here we have another pose in opposite hands. Up next is Raphael, and here is a look at the ninja stars. His size can be stored on the size of the belt, and here is a closer look at that. There is a little loop that's on both sides, and you could just put the sides right through it. Here is a closer look at the sides. These are also a soft plastic with metallic silver blades and brown handles. Here is another pose. Here is a look at Raphael's pulley line runner. What I did was I attached the same piece of string that I used for Michelangelo, and here is a closer look at that. Here is a closer look at it from the side. Overall, these 2003 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are great figures. I really like how these came out, even though they are reissued. I am thrilled to have these in hand. I never had the originals, so this is a first for me. Thank you again to Playmates Toys for sending this box set along for review. Greatly appreciated. It's priced at $39.99, and you can pick it up at our sponsors listed on ToyHypeUSA.com. Just head over to the website, check out the review, and check out below purchase, or check out the stores listed in the YouTube description below. I am Anthony Scott at ToyHypeUSA.com. Thank you for watching this video, and stay tuned for more news and reviews.